Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're going to talk about a type of mod that I generally don't talk about. This is a endgame scenario, and what it does is it brings back the Chaos Invasion, you know, the old one from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, but it doesn't do just that. You see, the modder has decided to add a lot of other stuff to make it more unique and give it a complete end times feel. It's actually really impressive. One thing that you do have to note is that there is a translation mod. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment. However, it doesn't actually affect anything in the game. Like, literally, it's a Chaos Invasion and a few extra bits that doesn't really need any type of writing into it. So this mod came out early this morning, and normally I wait like a day or two. However, I literally had to play this as soon as I got a few messages about it because it is so impressive. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play with Carl Franz a little bit. I've set the timer down to 10 to 20 turns, so this can pop anytime. There's 2 phases to this, by the way, and it's just this endgame scenario. Believe me, this is all you're going to need. So yeah, campaign is normal for a few turns, you know, take over Reichland and all that type of stuff. But then this is where things change. So for the first part of the invasion, the audio actually plays the original one from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2. And yeah, you already get some armies spawning. These are some very basic Chaos armies in terms of size. I know you're seeing 20 stacks here, but trust me, you'll know what I'm saying a little bit later down this video. Armies will spawn at Archaon. You'll get a few armies spawning in the southernmost point and the northernmost point of the seas connecting to Ulthuan. And there's just a few forces here and there. It's nothing too big. The idea is just to already start the threat. What you will notice is that the Chaos factions still remain active. So Archaon is just getting a little bit stronger now. And it gets a little bit stronger as time progresses. Obviously now they've got a bit more incentive. You've got natural chaos corruption happening to every region in the game from the moment that the first trigger happens. But the general thing is that you'll keep progressing through your campaign until this happens.
Feel it. From the north it comes. The tendrils of chaos spread south, tainting the lands. And with it, the warriors of chaos march. We must ready ourselves, for war is coming. But who has brought the warring tribes together? What manner of champion holds that power?
Yes, the original cinematic is back, which just brought a feeling of nostalgia. We're going to talk about everything that's going around in the map right now. As you can tell, you know, Archaon has confederated a lot of factions, but we'll talk about something very important to note. Before this event triggers, your game might freeze for a few seconds, and after this event triggers, your game is going to freeze for about a minute, sometimes more, depending on your PC. I tested this on my 2 machines, my powerful one, and then one that is just like here for editing purposes. And yeah, it did freeze for a little bit. Don't worry, it's not a crash. It's just literally changing up the world because a lot of things are happening. And yeah, a lot of things are going to make things really interesting for you. The first thing is that you've got more chaos corruption all around, +2 for every single province. This is a true end time scenario. You're going to get some events. Basically, what you're going to have to do is fight the Chaos factions and take them out as soon as possible. Now, before we start looking towards the Chaos Invasion itself, we have something to talk about. There are Chaos Rifts spawning. These will continue to spawn around the map, and that means more Chaos corruption for whatever Chaos God gets the Rift. And yeah, it becomes a bit of a problem, but this is actually kind of lore-friendly because, well, during the whole end time scenario, Chaos Rifts were spawning left, right, and center, and you can use this to either destroy them as per usual, or you can use them to actually traverse the rifts, which is kind of cool. But there's a little bit more to it. The translation mod offers some information regarding the rifts because you can get rewards. So for example, in the Rifts of Khorne, there's a chance of earning a reward is 40%, and it gives you access to the legendary weapons that you could get from the Warhammer 3 base game campaign. This means that you can get the Soul Netter, the Kraken Killer, the Bane Spear, and the Chainsword. However, it's important to note that if another faction has claimed it, you will not be able to claim it. I'm not too sure how that works, but we'll have to wait and see. For Nurgle, 35%, and by completing that, it grants you a 25% reduction to casualties suffered from all attrition. This buff lasts for 20 turns and can also stack alongside other rewards of Nurgle. Regarding the Rifts of Sinesh, there's a 30% chance to be able to get a reward. These are the dilemmas that you're aware of, which you're going to have to risk getting extra corruption around your territories or increased seductive influence. I'm imagining that's more for the NPC factions. But you can get a reward, which would be stuff like, you know, what you saw in the Game 3 Realm of Chaos campaign. Again, very, very cool. And when it comes to Tzeentch, there's a 45% chance, and you're going to get a dilemma once again. The first choice is slay the one random Chaos Warrior Legendary Lord, which is kind of cool. Obviously, that helps you deal with a lot of issues. You can get a blessing on the second by Tzeentch, but without any penalties like Sinesh. The third choice is reveal site a position of one of random Chaos Legendary Lords. And then finally, the fourth choice is teleport to one of the Legendary Lords so you can fight them personally. Again, super cool. So all the Chaos Warrior Legendary Lords will instantly confederate with Archaon, and they'll spawn a bunch of armies next to the Legendary Lords themselves and also near their faction. So you can see here, this was Be'lakor, who was already invading Bretonnia, and yeah, big changes there. A lot more violent than you would expect. A lot of demons too. Festus has also been confederated. All the factions have been confederated, and I'm going to show you a proper overview of that. Even the Norscan factions will get affected by this. The Norscan factions will become vassals of Archaon. So you're getting attacked left, right, and center. The only thing is that for now, in this mod, the Chaos Dwarfs and the Demon factions are not affected as far as I've been able to see. But this is already hectic enough as it is. You never know in the future the mod gets updated though. And now if we just look at the invasion itself, you can see there's loads of factions that have already declared war. This is a few turns later. There's a few minor Chaos factions that wouldn't have, but they will declare war on you soon enough. And they're just going to keep very active. They're going to be attacking you left, right, and center. They're going to be attacking everyone else. Generally, yes, there is player bias, so keep that in mind. This is not an easy thing to fight. Thankfully, Shield of Civilization comes back, so every single Order faction, Kislev, the Dwarfs, all that will get it. Interestingly enough, Cathay doesn't, but I imagine that that's keeping to the whole thing of Cathay being isolationist, and, you know, they generally did not take part in the end times. They got destroyed by Grimgor, but that was its own different thing. So yeah, you're getting a lot of Chaos factions just dominating the world, and it's something really cool, because if you missed this in Warhammer 2, it's definitely something that is going to add a lot of flavor to your campaign. I'm actually quite surprised that this wasn't brought back officially when the Champions of Chaos DLC came out, because there was nothing more intimidating than this, right? Now, even more so considering that you're dealing with demon editions, you're dealing with all the monogod troops, you're seeing armies everywhere. It's definitely a harder endgame scenario, because the only way to beat it is by taking out all the legendary lords from the Warriors of Chaos. So you're going to have to take them out, you're going to have to focus them down. They're going to be pretty much everywhere around the map, so it can be a bit of an issue. But then again, this is the end times, and I think it's absolutely awesome. Look, the other endgame scenarios are cool and all that, but when I'm playing as an Order faction, I don't want to deal with dwarfs, or I don't want to deal with wood elves. I want to deal with basically what we were told in the original story in Warhammer 1 was happening. It was the start of the end times. So the mod itself can be found in the description below. I am aware that the modder has been told how to fix the translation issue too, so hopefully that does get fixed, but it's, again, not really that important. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion. I'm rather curious to see what you guys think about this. Did you miss this as much as I did? Because I'm so happy right now. This is awesome. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon.